Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Nikki here, and today we are going to make a few more goodies for my boho journal. Now this is part of the Dear Julie March Stash Buster Junk Journal Challenge, and I am down to the last 3 bits of ephemera that need to be made. We had to make pages and ephemera from the different things using the letters that spell out Stash Buster. And I've got 3 left to go, and I thought we shall have a play together. Now, one of the ones I haven't done is round. I've done my page, but I need to make a piece of ephemera. And I realised that for some reason, junk journalers don't ever seem to make round things. But I'm quite partial to these rounds, so I've cut a few, which I'm going to make a few extra bits with. For example, like this one here, I've put a little bit of torn paper on the back. I just cut out around 2 rounds for each one I want to use, and I tore this off. That way you can actually write on here, and I will add some embellishment. But for this round, I've decided I want to do a hidden paper clip, and you'll see in a minute it'll get folded in half, and then it can be clipped onto the side of a page to put other bits of ephemera in. Now, I love this paper, and we are going to put this on top. I found this in my stash because that's what this is all about. I have not purchased a single thing to create this journal. I am just using things in my stash. But what I did want to do, I just wanted to add some glitz, but not just, I don't know, just something a bit different. I don't know. So we're going to try something here. What I've got is some gold leaf, but this is actually rose gold. And I thought, what if we stuck a bit of rose gold leaf down, and then when I put this doily on top, you'll get little bits of it shimmering through. And I thought that might look quite cool, and it will also not add too much bulk. I'm a little concerned about bulk with this journal because I'm making all sorts of fandangle things to go in it, but we'll just see how we go. This was just an idea I had, and I thought, look, we're going to give it a try. Just put a few bits of this down and see what happens. That way we might just, I don't want to cover the actual pattern. I just want to have some down in the area that's plain. I've had this rose gold foil in my stash for years, and honestly, I've never used it, I don't think, and I don't really know why. It's so pretty. So I thought, look, this is all about using your stash. So that's what I'm going to do. So I hope you have all been well. I have been busy working on this journal in the background. I haven't filmed everything because some things I've sort of had to do in, little bits and pieces when I've had a few minutes to spare. So there we go. So I think we will call it quits at that. Let's put the lid on before I throw all this on the floor and we end up in trouble. And then what I might do is put a bit more glue down, and that will help to adhere this doily. It doesn't matter if there's a bit of glue on display. This is fabulous, this Tiger Grip. Honestly, it's the best craft glue I have ever used. It dries completely clear. And so even if there's a bit of glue where this doily doesn't actually adhere, it doesn't matter, because once it's dry, you will not see it. So there we go. That should be enough for now. Now, this by sheer fluke is virtually the same size as the die cut round that I made. See, now we've got some little glimmers of rose gold in there. There we go. Interesting. I think that should look quite cute. So that needs to dry for a few minutes, but what we'll do in the meantime, actually, if I grab a piece of paper, we'll also get the middle going. And then it can just sit aside and dry for a second. So what I've done here, I've folded a piece of scrap paper over in half, and I have already glued my paper clip onto this piece of paper. I think I don't need to show you how to do that. That's pretty straightforward. And then we just pop a bit of glue down on both sides, and then we place that in the middle of our paper, of our little half round here, and then simply press down. And then once that's dry, it will be a hidden paper clip. Now, I didn't fold it perfectly in half, but that doesn't matter, because when this goes onto the page, half of it will be on one side of a page and half will be on the other. And while we're doing this, why don't we quickly add these guys? I have a couple of die cuts here, and the aim of the game is to just add a little bit of deco on this. And I loved the feather, especially because it had those blue tones in it and the bit of green. I thought that was a great pairing for what's underneath. And the other one was this very cute moth, which was a bit bright in colour, but I actually put a little coat of gold paint on it to tone down the white around the edge and to tone down the colourings. So what we're going to do is slip that on there. And there we are. That's the first piece of ephemera all done, and I have glue all over my hands, but that's okay. Now we just need to shimmy that over. And there we go. So that will simply get slid onto the page, and then you can tuck journaling cards or anything else you like in it once it's on the page. So that's my first one done. So that's round. Now, the next one we have to do is my ugly book page. So I've got everything ready to go just to save a bit of time. So as you can see, this was a really disgusting piece of scrapbook paper that there is just no way I would ever use. So I thought I would like to use this leftover scrap because I've made my page. So this is what's left, and I want to make a tuck spot. But I obviously want to add something to this. Now, this is going to be too long, so I think we need to do a little bit of tearing here. There's more scraps I can use later. And we're just going to tear this down because I don't want it to be the full size of my pages. So we're just going to take some of this off. It doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be an exact size. It's simply going to be glued down on a page to become a tuck spot. This is actually quite a decent quality scrapbook paper. It's on the thicker side, and then with all the layers of paint, that should make a really good tuck spot. But of course, we have to add some deco. With all of the challenges, you have to add at least 3 things. They can be anything you like, but you have to embellish them. So I have already cut some squares, and what I want to do, I just want to glue them down so that only half of it is glued down. Now hang on, that's the wrong way round, isn't it? I've just oh no, that is the right way. No? Yes, that's the right way. So what we're going to do is I'll put the point and the point that can match there. That's that piece down. And then I cut some contrasting ones, but tried to pick ones where the colours actually sort of matched in quite nicely with all the colour in. Now, which side did I just glue? That side. There we go. So we're going to do the same thing again. Take it right up to the point, even though it's a bit hard to see the exact point here because I've already got a sheet under it, but it honestly doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be, hang on a minute. I'm just a fusspot. I like things to be perfect, but it's going to be a bit hard because I can't truly tell, but I think that will be close enough. There we go. Then, lucky last, I've got this pink one here. This was a bit of scrap from something else I was cutting and experimenting with. And I think I've put this on the wrong way. It's not sticking, so we better add some glue down there. I'm going to trim these off, so I'm not worried about them being left behind. There we go. So we've now got those down there. That will get cut off in just a moment. Now, I have this gorgeous little dragonfly that I found in my stash. So I'm going to add that just with a bit of this glue here because it's my favourite. So I thought the little dragonfly looks really pretty. Colour tones match nicely with that triangle up there. And then I will also use this same glue because this is this is an old piece of sheet that was going to be donated, and it was white, and I thought, nope, I'm going to keep that. So I coffee dyed a portion of it and then went to town with some stamps. And I now have all these great ephemera pieces. Again, cost absolutely nothing because I had the sheet and I've coffee dyed it. And we're just going to glue this down now, and in a couple of minutes that will not move. So we've actually added more than 3 embellishments on this one because technically I have 5, but that's okay. I'm not worried about that. Then we're just going to flip this over and we're going to trim these off. Voila. I can probably use that for something else. I might just put that aside so that it can dry. Once that tacky glue's gone, I might just put that to good use. And there we go. There we have a tuck spot. So when I pick the journal page this is going to go onto, I simply put a run of glue right down the side there. I'll stick it down on the page, and then you can use it to for journaling cards or anything like that you might want to have in a journal. So that is the second one done. And now the lucky last one, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do this one, but I have an idea in my head. So let's see if we can actually turn it into something that works. Now, the page, we had to use paper that came on a roll. I did not have any gift wrap that even remotely closely came suitable as something you'd put in a boho journal. So I decided to pick this. This is just grease-proof paper. Now, for the page, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but there is a little bit of blue paint splotch on there. There's also some gold. And I then stuck down some lined paper on the inside so that you can actually write on this page. And it is quite flimsy. So by doing that, I've given it a little bit of strength. So I then went to town. I made a few of these sheets in case we had any accidents or I tore it or whatever. Yesterday, I got my hot pink and yellow Dilutions spray inks out, and I just did some splurting. So this one, you can still see the blue has come through. You can still see bits of gold. This also had a few white dots. They're still there, but I just love this paper. But what I want to do is make an envelope. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do this yet, but again, this paper is quite fragile. So I was thinking, what I want to do, I don't want to glue this envelope down. I want it to be tucked in to a page, and then I can use a paper clip or something like that. But I thought I don't have to worry too much about thickness with this because this paper is incredibly fine. But I thought if we glued down part of the sides like that, try and get it sort of as accurate as possible. What that will then do is give the side of my little envelope double thickness. So we're going to do the same over here. And we go. This is purely an experiment to see if I can make it work. I have made a couple of the other pages just in case this is a dismal failure, but I am determined to try and make it work. And I just adore the colours on this. So there we go. Might just give it a gentle press with this to get that to a nice sharp point, or edge, I should say. There we go. Now, if I fold this up, yep, okay, this will work. So we're going to fold this up, and then again, we're going to use the bone folder to create a relatively sharp point. I don't want to cut off any excess or anything like that with this. I want to try and keep it intact, again, to give it strength. I know normally you make envelopes, you know, using a square and then folding in bits, but I had a bit of a play with another sheet and I went, no, it's not going to give it any strength. So I thought this may work better. Like I'm not going to put a gold bar or anything in it, not that heavy, just some cute little ephemera, but I love this, and I don't want this whole thing hidden or glued down. Now, I think what we're going to do here is we're going to fold that down. That's where we need to go. And then again, I think I will glue this bit down here. And that way, again, this flap will have a bit more strength. So we just need to lift that up and apply some glue. So that way this envelope, this is working. I think this should look quite cute when it's finished. There we go. Again, don't have to worry about it being ridiculously perfect. Might just, do I need to trim? Yeah, I might just trim off these tiny bits though. Obviously my folding was not quite perfect, so I don't like the look of that. Let's just trim that off. But there we go. Now we have the most basic of envelopes, but it's so pretty. So this can then just get put in, like for example, I could use this tuck spot and then the envelope could get tucked in, or of course I could use this sort of thing and then the envelope can get tucked in. So I'm very happy with that. But what we need to do is we need to add our decoration. Now technically I've got well over 3 things already on this paper. There is so many different types of, oh look, I can see beautiful gold shimmer there. Bet you the camera won't actually pick that up, but it is very cute. But we want to add a couple of pretty things to it. Now I have this gorgeous sticker book which is full of boho themed things, and I thought on the front I have to use this gorgeous elephant. I just can't resist. So we might put that down in the corner there. I just love that. And I thought that was a perfect match. Now, I think I'd also like something on here, but I'm not sure what. What have we got here? Oh, this is cute. And I like the colours on this too. How about we pop that right down there? Create your own magic. Oh, I like that. Now, I think I want one more thing up here, and I think one of, oh, maybe the word adventure would be a good choice. Oh, I think I like that. There we go. That can just go up there. There we are. Okay, so the thing I had in my head actually worked. This is a double-sided little envelope. As I said, I don't want to stick it down and lose all this gorgeous colour and everything. I want it tucked in, and that way, look, I might even be able to, even though I don't really want to, no, I better let the glue dry, I think, before I go sticking things in there. But there we go. It's a very simple little envelope, but it has used my roll of paper. And that's that. So now I actually have all of the pieces done that have to be done for the challenge. So I've got a couple of bits that I'm working on as little special surprises to put in this journal, and you will see all those when I do a final flip through. But I have one other thing that I'm doing. I made a master board from all of the scraps, and I will do a video on that very shortly, and we'll make some pretty things using a masterboard. So that's the next one on the cards. So there we go. That's it for today. I've made some cute little ephemera pieces for my boho journal. Hope this gives you some ideas of what you can do, especially use up your scraps. Be a bit creative, glue things together that you may not even think would work. It doesn't matter, but it's amazing what you can do with scraps when you really try. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, please stay safe and stay healthy. Bye for now.